Hey, I'm Liza Rogers, the founder of WREN, the Women's Real Estate Network. One of the things that I get asked a lot is why would I join a women's real estate network? And I just wanted to take a moment and bring you up to speed a little bit on a couple of things. So, first of all, I was just recently at the Pacific West Conference 2024. Uh, Thousands of people who were talking about all kinds of things to do with real estate, with business, with growth, with opportunity, with AI, with crypto, you name it, we talked about it. And so, really looking at the market from a business perspective, looking at business with a longer term forecast, looking at obviously the BC election that has just impacted our province and is still impacting our province, and really just getting a sense of, hey, what are people up to? What are business people doing? What's going on in the world? What's going on locally? And just really getting a good understanding. So, why does that mean anything? So, part of the reason to join a network is so that you don't have to go and do all the work and the research. When you join a network like the Women's Real Estate Network or REAG, the Real Estate Action Group, or CRUA out of Toronto, or whichever network you join, you inevitably end up with a lot of people in the group who have a lot of different expertise and who spend the time learning these different things at conferences, online, at education programs, through trial and error, through experience. And so it makes it so much easier. Still not simple, but it makes it easier to go through the motions of learning how to do these things yourself. So, for example, if you have some money sitting in the bank and you're getting 5 or 6% interest, do you want to have the opportunity to maybe earn more like 8 or 9% interest, or maybe 10 or 11% interest, or even more than that? Have you looked at opportunities that give you higher returns for your money? And have you maybe not looked at those because you don't quite understand how to get into them or how to get started or who to trust and who to call? And so when you're with a good network, you kind of by the quality of that network, you get a lot of those people that you can tap into in the group. So, for example, we have people who have built condo towers. We have people who are in the exempt market and buy things as little as spending as little and investing as little as $6,500 into mini storage. We have people who have flipped mobile homes. We have groups who are looking at buying mobile home parks. We have people who are talking about whole life insurance. We have people who are talking about infinite banking, mortgage restructuring. I mean, all of the things that if you're going to your job and you come home at the end of the night and you binge on Netflix, you just might not want to think about. But we have to start thinking about these things because we are in a situation in our province, in our cities, in the world, where it's becoming very apparent that if we want to basically have a good quality of life, we have to take responsibility. And when you are in a group that has taken the responsibility and is acting and taking action and planning and setting goals and doing forecasting and going to all these conferences, you get to kind of absorb that energy and that knowledge. And you also have that group to tap into for when you're ready to take those steps and take some action. Um, and you just basically get to kind of up level where you are right now. So I highly, highly recommend that if you're curious about investing at all, if you're curious about having potentially better retirement, if you're curious about how being in these networks also helps with building great relationships and great friendships that will take you, well into your retirement years. And you'll probably end up having people to travel with and people to go to great retreats with and lots of like-minded people that might be outside of your normal circle. If you're curious about this kind of journey, then I highly encourage you to come to one of the WREN events. We do pretty much 4 events a month. So every week we're doing something at a minimum because we also share a lot of our partner events. So we are doing something pretty much every Wednesday. That's why we call it WREN Wednesdays. So we're doing something online. We have education systems online. We have speakers who come and talk about legal structure, tax strategies, all kinds of things. And we partner with a lot of different people. And so for the cost of a cup of coffee every couple of days, you can tap into a pretty great network. And we've really got some amazing people in the network now that I'm really proud to introduce you to. And I just can't understand why anybody wouldn't want to be part of a great network. Men, women, get out there, join a network. It's not that difficult, and you'll learn a lot, and you'll grow. And growth is something that we're all going to need for the future if we want to survive in these crazy times. Not only survive, but thrive. So there you go. There's my little talk about why you would want to join a network. If it's not WREN, find something else. But definitely join something where you're going to learn a little bit more about investing for the long term, for your future, for retirement, for your children, for your community, for all of those things. Have a great day and hope to see you at an event, either in person or online, real soon. Thanks.